He's woke, and so Canadians are broke, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, I would caution all members of this House on claiming some sort of a monopoly of caring about our nation's heroes. Terry Fox is beloved by Canadians, not just because his picture was in the passport, but because of his courage he demonstrated during the Marathon of Hope. The research funding that has come to help advance care for cancer patients. My family has been affected by cancer, and I celebrate still Terry Fox's contributions to our national discourse. Look at the advocacy on behalf of the member of Oakville to help secure funding to perpetuate his legacy, continue to improve cancer research. We can commemorate our heroes in a number of ways, and we're committed to doing that.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
Prime Minister is out of touch and in hiding. Yesterday, as he left the House, he's challenged me to have more of these debates, and now he won't even get out of his seat and answer my questions. And we know why. He's afraid. He's afraid to defend not only his first carbon tax, which he admits will increase the price of gas by 41 cents a litre at thousands of dollars of net cost per family, but now he's got carbon tax 2, a second tax with no rebate that will increase food, heat, and gas prices even further. How much will the second carbon tax increase the cost of gas on hardworking Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So now we have the Premier, the Conservative Premier of New Brunswick, at the request of one of the Conservative member that has asked the federal government to put in place our carbon pricing system. We have a number of members, Conservative members, who have argued in favour of carbon pricing, Mr. Speaker. We have all of the provinces and all of the territories in Canada that have put in place carbon pricing in Canada, and while we've done that, we've increased jobs in Canada, we've increased economic development, and we've reduced our pollution by more than 50 million tonnes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
The question, the Prime Minister was too afraid to stand up and answer it and debate me. The question was about the cost of the second carbon tax. We know that the Prime Minister's first carbon tax will cost 41 cents a litre at a net cost to average families of over $1,500. But that's not enough for him. He wants a second carbon tax, which will add even more costs without any rebate at all. We know that he told falsehoods about the first tax. Will he finally have the guts to stand up and tell us how much his second tax will cost Canadians?
The Honourable Minister of the Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. If you'll allow me, I will read from the Conservative Party of Canada's election platform from the last election, the platform that this party stood and spoke to Canadians about. And I'm quoting from page 78, Mr. Speaker. Our plan will ensure that all Canadians do their part.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm starting to hear. Now, we'll go back to the Minister from the top, and I want to see everything calm down. The Honourable Minister, please.
Mr. Speaker, the Leader of the Opposition and many members across have called me woke before. And if woke means standing up for the future of my children and grandchildren so that they have access to clean air and clean water, then so be it, Mr. Speaker. If woke means standing up to create jobs for generations of Canadians and investing in a clean economy, then so be it, Mr. Speaker. And if woke means standing up for the rights of women to choose, then so be it, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Opposition.
He's woke, and so Canadians are broke, Mr. Speaker. And I'll tell you what woke means in practice. I'll tell you what woke means in practice. His government approved dumping millions of liters of raw sewage into the St. Lawrence River. That's what woke means. Woke means charging a single mom higher costs to drive to work and feed her kids while the Prime Minister jets around using Canadian tax dollars pumping emissions into our atmosphere. That is the woke hypocrisy across the way. And if he's got the guts to tell the truth, will he tell us how much will carbon tax 2 cost Canadians?
The Honourable Minister for Family.
Mr. Speaker, what's exceptionally disappointing from the Leader of the Opposition is that at a time when families in Alberta are experiencing some of the worst wildfires in their history, he's railing against against policies that are helping to fight climate change. Mr. Speaker, when he talks about that single mom, unfortunately, he has opposed sending her the Canada Child Benefit, which has put thousands of dollars in her pocket. And he's also opposed the child care agreements that are supporting families across this country save thousands of dollars. Mr. Speaker, when it comes to the environment, when it comes to supporting families, we know where the leader of the opposition.
The Honourable.